That volcano lies 100 kilometers north of Crete. It's on a much smaller island called Thera, today Santorini. 3,500 years ago, when the Minoan civilization was at its height, Thera erupted, blasting the island apart. The first the Minoans on Crete would have seen was a terrifying sight on the horizon. A plume of ash 36 kilometers high. Fortunately, the winds blew the ash in the opposite direction. But the volcano had a lethal legacy they couldn't escape. The force of the blast brought the volcano crashing down and created the deep sea that exists today. Steve is convinced that at the bottom of that deep sea lies a thick layer of ash. Add this hidden ash to previous estimates, and the real size of the eruption doubles.
This would make it perhaps the second largest eruption on Earth in the last 10,000 years.
Up to 70 cubic kilometers of ash were blasted into the atmosphere. And with that ash came something else far more destructive: sulfurous gas.
If we were right about the scale of this eruption, then it could have been very bad news for the Minoans, because not only would there have been an enormous amount of volcanic ash in the atmosphere, but very large amounts of volcanic gas, in particular sulfur dioxide. This would have had implications for the Minoans, because large eruptions of this kind with huge amounts of sulfur dioxide can alter climate, and this may have had an effect, a big effect, after the eruption.
Steve's idea of nearly doubling the size of this eruption here on Thera now brings it up to the same category as the eruption, for example, of Tambora, 1815 in Indonesia. That eruption was huge, the biggest in the last 10,000 years. It changed the global climate for years afterwards. In fact, the year directly after that eruption is known as the year without a summer. There was frost in New England, in Germany. Crops could not grow, and it led to mass starvation.